Welcome back, fellow engine addicts, to Chrono Wheels. And let me start with a confession. I have a deep, dark love for the completely irrational side of motorcycling. I mean, the stuff that makes zero sense on a spreadsheet. For years, there's been this gaping, torque-shaped hole in the motorcycle world. We have track weapons, we have globe-trotting adventure tanks, and we have chromed-out couches. But we lost the category that was about one thing, and one thing only: raw, brutal, gut-punch acceleration. That crown belonged to the Yamaha V-Max. It wasn't a bike, it was a physics experiment, a rolling testament to the belief that too much power is just enough. It earned that velocity maximum nickname because it genuinely did not care about subtlety. But the V-Max is gone, the segment is dead, or so we thought. Today, we are decoding the concept that doesn't just resurrect the muscle bike, it defines its damn future. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Yamaha MT-Max Concept. This machine takes the original V-Max's raw fury and puts it through the modern MT meat grinder, creating a hypercruiser with a torque figure that, if realized, is frankly ungodly. This isn't just V-Max 2.0. This is the final muscle bike. It's Yamaha drawing a line in the sand. Let's find out exactly why the MT-Max will redefine what it means to pull a wheelie, and not just in third gear, but possibly in fourth. The core philosophy here is delightfully simple, yet utterly terrifying. Torque is king. You can keep your peak horsepower figures for the brochures. A real muscle bike delivers its punch down low, right when your brain tells you, maybe don't do that. The massive motor, no replacement for displacement. Yamaha knows that to honor the V-Max legacy, they can't just slap a tuned R1 engine in a cruiser frame. They need a power plant that is both visually intimidating and physically overwhelming. The concept is built around a newly developed, colossal engine. We are talking either a massive one, 850cc V-twin, a proper old-school throwback, or what I personally hope for, a liquid-cooled one, 700cc V4, adapted from their high-performance automotive side. Think of it, the soul of a V-Max, but with modern V4 precision. The tuning objective here is purely visceral. We're not chasing an extra 5 HP at the red line. We are chasing a torque figure that exceeds 150 lb featuring and making it available basically right off idle. This is the visceral difference. The MT-Max won't ask you to rev it up. It will simply force the planet to turn faster beneath its tires. This isn't acceleration. It's a geological event. Acoustic intimidation, sound as a weapon. The original V-Max was famous for its rumble, the sound of a drag racer waiting for its moment. The MT-Max, with its V4 or V-twin configuration, is tuned for pure sonic brutality. The exhaust note must be a deep, thunderous bellow, a sound that doesn't just announce the bike's arrival, but warns the local police department. This sound isn't an afterthought. It's an integral part of the experience. If you can hear yourself think at full throttle, frankly, they've failed. Managing this kind of torque is, technically, irresponsible. But since when did muscle bikes care about responsibility? This ungodly power demands an exceptional chassis to keep the front wheel out of the stratosphere. The MT-Max utilizes a revolutionary compact cast aluminum frame that completely wraps around the engine, essentially using that massive motor as a stressed, foundational member. Muscle bike geometry, the stretch and the squat. The geometry is long, low, and perfectly aggressive. Long wheelbase, this isn't for nimble canyon carving. This long wheelbase is purely for damage control, crucial for managing the immense torque and keeping the front tire vaguely in touch with the pavement during hard acceleration. Massive rear tire, a non-negotiable feature that is an absolute visual statement. We're talking a colossal 240-section rear tire, or maybe even wider, mounted on a solid, stylized alloy wheel, designed for one job: finding traction where none should logically exist. Aggressive rake. The front end is slightly raked out, enhancing that classic power cruiser aesthetic while providing essential stability when the speedometer starts reading warp 9. The overall weight is expected to be around 300 kilograms, 660 pounds wet. That's heavy, but in a muscle bike, that density is a feature, not a bug. The low and forward engine mounting maximizes rear wheel grip, because in this game, if you don't use all the tire, you're not riding hard enough. When your engine is capable of delivering this level of brutality, every other component must be spectacularly over-engineered. This is where the budget goes, and it's where Yamaha cannot and should not compromise. Suspension, the anti-flex authority. The MT-Max can't use soft, basic suspension. It features heavy-duty, fully adjustable inverted front forks with a thick diameter, designed to manage the immense forces of hard braking and the twisting forces from the engine. The rear is managed by an oversized monoshock connected via a high-performance single-sided swing arm. That swing arm isn't just for looks, it has to be capable of transferring over 150 pound-feet of torque without twisting or flexing like wet spaghetti. It has to look like it belongs on a tank, not a motorcycle. Braking, anchor the beast. Stopping this kind of weight, accelerating this quickly, requires extreme braking performance. The front absolutely must feature twin massive diameter wave-style brake discs gripped by radially mounted 6-piston calipers. This isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. This is the highest level of braking technology, providing the necessary bite and heat management to anchor this monster repeatedly without fading or complaining. The sheer visual mass of the brakes must look ready to halt a freight train. The aesthetics of the hardware are just as crucial as the function. The huge discs, the beefy fork tubes, and the monolithic swing arm all scream intent. They contribute directly to the visually intimidating muscle bike stance. Let's be real, no human can manage 150 plus lb-ft of instant torque without assistance. The MT-Max cannot rely on courage alone. It needs sophisticated electronics to harness the power, which Yamaha appropriately calls the Torque Management System, TMS. The bike features a comprehensive 6-axis inertial measurement unit, IMU, but its programming must be unique. Torque Control System, TCS. This is not standard traction control that just cuts power when things get fun. It must be specifically calibrated to allow controlled, dramatic wheel spin and lift without catastrophic failure. The system needs to allow the rider to feel the power pushing the limits, rather than simply neutering the fun. It's a babysitter that lets you play with fire. Launch Control System, LCS. This system is tuned for one job: maximum acceleration without self-destruction. It needs to precisely manage the clutch engagement and initial power surge to ensure that giant rear tire maintains the absolute limit of traction off the line. This is a crucial feature for dominating the streetlight drag. The torque gauge, the dashboard, dominated by a full-color TFT display, should feature a prominent, dynamic torque gauge. I want to see a needle maxing out immediately. It needs to visually feed the rider's torque addiction. The MT-Max is designed to be visually overwhelming. It successfully blends the classic V-Max muscularity with the sharp, futuristic, naked aggression of the MT lineup, like the MT-10. It's beautiful, in a terrifying way. Air intakes, the absolute visual centerpiece. Massive, prominent side-mounted air intakes that feed the engine, paying direct homage to the original V-Max's legendary V-Boost intakes. These are not subtle, they are the bike's visual signature, like mechanical gills. Aggressive mask, the front end, features a compact, high-tech LED headlight mask with sharp lines, giving the MT-Max a menacing robotic face that instantly screams, MT family. It looks like it is judging you. Minimalist bodywork. Bodywork is minimized, deliberately exposing the engine, the frame, and the massive mechanical components. This machine shows its muscle. It doesn't hide it behind plastic fairings. Ergonomics. The stance must be relaxed sport. Wide, straight handlebars, mid-set foot controls, and a heavily cushioned seat designed not just for comfort, but to handle the immense G-forces of brutal acceleration. This is a machine that looks ready to jump forward even when standing still. It's the final, terrifying evolution of the power cruiser aesthetic. The MT-Max is not a touring bike, nor is it a sport bike. It revives the muscle bike segment, a category for riders who prioritize pure, linear, adrenaline-soaked acceleration above all else. In an age where bikes are becoming clinical, electric, or hyper-focused on track times, the MT-Max stands as a glorious, fuel-injected middle finger to subtlety. It's for the veteran rider who still chases that feeling of overwhelming, immediate power. It is designed to dominate the streetlight drag, to obliterate the long straight, and to turn gasoline and air into pure, unfiltered speed. The competition, including any existing power cruisers, pales in comparison to the sheer, uncompromising torque addiction that the MT-Max is engineered to satisfy. It is, without question, the definitive, final muscle bike. The Yamaha MT-Max Concept is the resurrection we absolutely needed. It is V-Max 2.0, a hypercruiser that successfully fuses the legacy of overwhelming power with the sharp, technological aggression of the MT lineup. By utilizing a massive V4 V-twin engine tuned for ungodly torque, over 150 pound-feet, a long, stout chassis, and electronics designed to manage, rather than neuter, the power, Yamaha has built a machine that is unmatched in its segment. It is the ultimate statement of brutal, mechanical acceleration and pure motorcycling adrenaline. If you, like me, believe that the ultimate bike is measured in the sheer force of its launch and the depth of its rumble, then the Yamaha MT-Max is the only machine left that matters. So Chrono Wheels community, is 150 plus lb-ft of torque truly the ultimate muscle bike figure? And be honest, would you risk your license for the sheer, irresponsible acceleration of the MT-Max? Let us know your unfiltered thoughts on this hypercruiser in the comments below. If you believe the muscle bike is back, hit that like button and subscribe to Chrono Wheels for more legendary concepts. Thanks for watching. Torque responsibly, and we'll see you at the next red light.